In this video, we discuss about the topic vector. So, vector is a small DNA molecules which are capable of self-replication. So that replication to produce exact copies of a number of DNA and is used as a carrier and transporter of DNA fragments. So DNA fragments. So these fragments are inserted into for cloning experiments. Now, the vector is also called as cloning vehicle or cloning DNA or carrier DNA. So, the vectors are two types. One is called as cloning vectors and another one is expression vectors. So, the common vectors are plasmid, hybrid vectors and artificial chromosomes. So what are the characteristics of these vectors are? They are self-replicated and it produces a number of copies. So it have a replication origin site and cloning site. So it have a selectable marker genes such as antibody resistance genes. So the vectors are very small in size and low molecular weight. So it can be easily isolated and purified. So the next types, what are the types of vectors? There are two types already told, cloning vector and expression vectors. We now discuss about in details. The cloning vector is used for cloning of DNA that inside a suitable host cell. So the cloning vector, you have to insert only the host cell and get a number of copies. And otherwise, the expression vector is used to express the DNA insert for producing a protein. This is very important inside the course. So the another one, the vectors are also able to replicate autonomously to produce a number of multiple copies. So the plasmids are various agents which are important for replicate for DNA molecules. They are plasmids, bacteriophages, cosmids, and artificial chromosomes. So, first isolated recombinant plasmids are described by Cohen in 1973. So, now let us discuss about the agents. First one is plasmids. So, the plasmids are extra chromosomal DNA molecules. So, these molecules are self-replicating, but it has a double-stranded circular DNA molecule. So the molecule is a DNA, but dsDNA is now called as double-stranded DNA molecules. So the plasmids are present in mostly in the prokaryotes. So what is prokaryotes? Prokaryotes are just like blue-green algae and bacteria are called prokaryotes. So the bacteria, the structure, now the bacteria cell wall along with the bacterial DNA, extra chromosomal DNA molecule is called, they are called as plasmids. So the plasmids are, the important characters are, they are having a minimum amount of DNA, but the plasmids are two suitable markers and it have a more restriction enzymes like in third, EcoRN, so many restriction enzymes are there. So the plasmids are, there are three types of plasmids. One is called as the fertility plasmids. The fertility plasmids represented the sex factors of the bacteria. So fertility plasmids are, they are the F plasmids of E. coli. The E. coli is a human intestinal bacteria. So the sex factor which determine the fertility rate of the, they are used for the conjugation, that means the reproduction. Then second one is resistance plasmid. They are called simply called R plasmids. So it is resistant to antibiotic compounds like chlorophenicol, ampicillin, tetracycline. And the third one is called plasmids. That is called colchicine plasmids. They are code for protein that kills the bacteria. So the plasmids, the structure shows the bacterial DNA and the extra chromosome plasmids in the diagram. So I have to see in the next slide. The plasmids are natural plasmids as well as artificial plasmids. The natural plasmids are TI plasmids, that is tumor-induced plasmids. So the tumor-induced plasmids are found in the soil bacterium such as Acrobacterium tumefaciens. But commonly the bacteria causes a disease known as ground gall disease in dicot plants. But the gall it produces, after that it will be important for various genetic studies, genetic engineering studies and various genetic manipulation. The TA plasmids are now called as a natural genetic engineer. So another one, the BBR322 is a reconstructed artificial plasmid. The BBR is 322 is a cloning vector, but this bacteria derived from a E. coli, Escherichia coli. So the letter BBR322 represents P means plasmids and B means polymer and R means Rodriguez, and the 322 developed from the laboratory. Then BBR 322, these plasmids are shown in the diagram. The structure of E. coli plasmid cloning vector BBR 322. So there are two antibiotic resistance genes, that is the ampicillin R and tetracycline R, and also it have a lot of restriction enzymes like HIM3, EcoRY, PAMKH, I, SALI, PU2, PS2 class. So many restriction enzymes are there. So another one, the slide shows that. Let us see in the another slide, bacteriophage vectors. So the bacteriophage vectors are cloning vectors. So bacteriophage that kills the bacteria. So virus that kills the bacteria. So a bacteriophage virus, you know that, but it infects the bacteria. The E. coli phages are two types. One is lambda phage and M13 phage. So we will discuss about the lambda phage vector. What are the important characters about this are the genome size is 48.502 base pairs. So it have a high transcription efficiency, but it produces a single stranded cohesions of 12 base pairs. So 12 base pairs. The another one is page 13 vectors. So among these, the bacteria structure on the shape, they are filamentous, comma shape, and various shapes. But in this vectors are filamentous bacteriophage of E. coli. But it have a single stranded copies, but they are important for DNA sequencing. But when you enter in the host cell, plant host cell, it will become a double stranded. So another one is hybrid vector. So hybrid, we know that both, so hybridization, both the gene, both the species are joined together. But here, both plasmid and phage chromosomes are combined together. So it consists of important uses of genomic libraries. The important hybrids are, among these hybrids are cosmids. The cosmids are, they are combined together. They are the they are the delta chromosome with parts of plasmids. So the cosmids are contain cosites, completely single-stranded site, and lambda plasmid. So the important characters are origin of replication, and it behave both the plasmids and bases. So whenever it restriction sites for cleavage, that means breaks, and whenever they cleavage, the insertion of foreign DNA. So it having a select suitable marker plasmids. So the last one is artificial chromosome. So chromosomes means a colored substance chromosomes. But the artificial chromosome are a linear shaped chromosome. But in these vectors, the artificial chromosomes are derived from eukaryotic cells. The eukaryotic cells like yeast. So yeast is a unicellular fungi, but this fungi yeast commonly the binomial name is called Saccharomyces cerevisiae. The artificial chromosomes also obtained from yeast cell also. So linear chromosome, the artificial chromosomes, they are 5 types. The first one is called BAC, that is bacterial artificial chromosome. Second one is artificial chromosome YAC, and third one is P1 derived artificial chromosome, and fourth one is mammalian artificial chromosome MAC, and the last one is human artificial chromosome HAC. So the among the artificial chromosome YAC, that means yeast artificial or cloning from the yeast cell, and also PAC and PAC cloning from bacteria. MAC and HAC are derived or cloning from mammalian as well as human cells. So let us see in the another slide, bacterial artificial chromosome. So we will discuss five types of artificial chromosome. The two chromosome like bacterial artificial chromosome, they are the bacterial artificial chromosome BAC are derived from a bacteria. The first BAC vector is BBAC108L, but the bacterial artificial chromosome cloning a large range of eukaryotic genome. But the important cost for bacterial artificial chromosome is a mutant strains. The last slide for this session, yeast artificial chromosome. The yeast artificial chromosome, he already told that yeast is a unicellular eukaryotic fungi. But the yeast artificial chromosome are a linear plasmid, but it produces a large DNA segments. There are two forms, one is circular form and another one is linear form. The circular form grows in a bacteria. The linear forms they are important for multiplies a lot of copies in the yeast cells. Then the yeast artificial chromosome, the first YAC, that means yeast artificial chromosome developed is called as PYAC3. So it is very important for mapping complex of eukaryotic chromosomes. So we got to discuss about the vector. So vectors, they are very important for the biotechnology field, as well as important for genetic engineering, gene manipulation, then genetically modified organisms, as well as plants. So so that is very important for the biotechnology field. Okay, thank you.